Morning, Taurus men. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I'd like to do is I'm going to give you your 2019 romantic prediction, and I'm going to pretty much kind of describe to you the woman or the women that I'm kind of seeing predominantly that's going to be coming towards you fairly the entire year if they're not already in your life at this moment, okay? I'm going to be using my Lenormand's deck, and I've already shuffled the cards as illustrated as we see here. Also, I've decided to go on and just utilize a few other cards to give you a few bit of pardon advice, as you see here. We're going to get into those as we get to those, okay? And Taurus, if this reading resonates with you, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please take a few moments to do so now. So let's go on and get started with your reading, gentlemen. I'm going to first make a few general observations, and then we're going to go on and get started, okay? The woman that I'm kind of seeing for you guys, after kind of observing these cards, or the women, she appears to be kind of stable, reliable, and her personality appears very confident, okay? I'm also getting a sense that she seems to be troubled in some way, and difficulties surround her, and she looks like she's very high maintenance, okay? She just appears to be very depressed, or she thinks negatively, and her personality tends to be a bit draining. She appears to be a bit emotional, unstable, scattered, and confused a bit. I'm kind of feeling that she's very popular, a Jezebel type, social type person, very happy. She's also very career driven and charismatic. But it looks like she has trust issues, and it seems to be stemming from a troubled past, perhaps. Perhaps unpleasant secrets came out that she found about. This reading is also suggesting that an end to her troubles will be coming soon. But it looks like that maybe she associated with the wrong group of people, like the wrong social connection I'm feeling. I'm also seeing something also that seems to be coming up or surrounds her. I'm seeing a cemetery or a funeral gathering, and I'm seeing a lot of support that surrounds her. Okay, let's go on and get started, gentlemen. Starting with the card that fell to the bottom of the deck, we have that ship card, gentlemen. And gentlemen, that card is all about travel and adventure. And it kind of draws our attention to fire and air type signs. Of course, the fire signs are Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So this woman appears to be a traveler, perhaps even, gentlemen, of foreign descent. She could be either Asian, Mediterranean, or even African. But she does appear to me to be someone that you might even already know. And it appears that this relationship that the two of you have perhaps seems to be an internet or long distance type relationship. And perhaps you might be waiting for some type of a call or some type of information from her. I feel that she has a lot of dark, exotic features and appears somewhat, as I suggested from looking at during the observations, unstable. And she might even work on a ship somehow, or she might even be a travel agent, also with this card, okay? Your next card here is the Anchor card. And of course, gentlemen, this card is all about permanence and stability. And its rulers are Saturn and, in fact, Neptune. And it kind of draws our attention to, once again, the air signs, okay? So this says that this woman appears very confident and reliable. She appears stable and might have told you she's eager even to settle down. And she's very serious and might have dark brown hair, okay? As I suggested from the onset, gentlemen, I'm seeing multiple women in your reading, so try to associate the descriptions that I'm kind of telling you about and attribute it to the person that you kind of are dealing with, okay? She might even be a news anchor or a security type person, even with this card, okay? Looking at your next card there, gentlemen, is the Book card, and that card, gentlemen, is all about knowledge and secrets. And its rulers are Saturn and Mercury. And here it connects us with earth signs, Taurus, Virgos, as well as the Cappies. So therefore, this card says that this woman is, in fact, very intelligent. She's educated, but she might be hiding a secret from you, perhaps a love affair. She's very discreet, private, reserved, and Even with this card, she might even be a bit nearsighted, okay? She might even be a teacher, a writer, a bookkeeper, an editor of some sort, or librarian, a researcher, even a historian, when you see this card as well, gentlemen. Looking at your next card, gentlemen, you have that snake card, gentlemen. So you know that card is all about problems and manipulation. And gentlemen, the ruler or the rulers of this card is Mars and Uranus. And it draws our attention to water type signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, as well as, once again, the fire signs. So this card shows that she's very manipulative and verbally and emotionally abusive to you at times, okay? She appears to be a cheater, a liar, and might even steal, you know? With this card, gentlemen, she appears to have long hair, dark hair, and even perhaps fair skin, and her eyes appears to be brown or either blue. Okay, for some of you gentlemen, she might even be a felon or a troublemaker or some sort. Okay, um, this card also brings out about that she could be a mistress or a career type woman, but she has a lean body and very agile. Okay, let's move right along, gentlemen, and look at your next card here, and um, we have that woman card, and we know, gentlemen, up front that card clearly represents her, okay? And following that card, you have that man card that also surfaces there in your reading as well. So the man card here, gentlemen, either potentially could represent you, or it could represent the other man that she's holding a secret from you about. And also, gentlemen, just, you have another card here, which I didn't put it up, and I'm going to go on and put this up right now. I'll show it to you. You have this coffin card as well, gentlemen. And this card, gentlemen, is all about, changes, okay? And it speaks of negative events. And the ruler of this card is Pluto, and it connects us with fire and earth type signs. So therefore, this card says that you might see this woman as being a bit dead to you in some way. You might also be thinking about a relationship that perhaps didn't go well with her. This also says that, she does appear to be a bit very negative and depressed. She might even work at a funeral home, gentlemen, or a coroner, or she might even be an undertaker. But again, usually she's certainly someone from your past, okay, who has returned, perhaps to have a last go around. And she might even be a bit sick with this card too, gentlemen, so keep that in mind. And some of you also, with this card, could potentially be contemplating a deceased lover, okay? Moving right along, gentlemen, and examining the next card here, we have that garden card. So, gentlemen, this card is all about festive occasions, crowds, and the general public. And the ruler of this card is Venus, and once again, the air and fire signs are associated with this card. So this card might suggest that you have yet to meet, if you have yet to meet her, you might even meet her at a social event, even a party, or it may be another woman that you might meet, whom I just described her qualities. So you may haven't met this woman yet, but you will meet her. But it looks like it's already someone that's already present in your life. Okay? And you could even meet her while you're on training. But in any event, this card says that she's a very active woman. She's social, very popular, and it looks like she loves the outdoors, okay? She's certainly, gentlemen, with this card, a party goer, and she might be a bit, unfortunately, promiscuous, as indicated, having this snake card there, okay? And, gentlemen, this card makes her very street smart. She's outgoing and very attractive. And she might even, gentlemen, likes gardening, okay? Moving right along to your next card, gentlemen, you have the clouds. And gentlemen, that card is all about problems and confusion. And the rulers of this card, gentlemen, are Neptune and, in fact, Mercury. And it's associated with air signs, once again, the Libras, the Geminis, and or Aquarius. So this says that this woman is very unstable. She has a bad attitude, at least at this time. And even men, she might even also suffer from a mental type disorder. It could be bipolar or ADD, okay? And she might even live a bit of a double life with this card. And with this card, gentlemen, I'm seeing dark or graying hair, perhaps brown, blue, or hazel eyes. And this card makes her very moody and confused about life. She could be even a widower, gentlemen, or even, in fact, a theorist, okay? your next card here, gentlemen, that we're going to discuss is, it looks like we're going to be discussing the Sun card. I'm actually shuffling the deck as we speak here to go on and get your next card up here. And we have the Sun card, okay? And I'm going to connect that card. And basically, gentlemen, this card is all about energy. It's all about happiness and vitality. And gentlemen, the ruler, gentlemen, I'm feeling of this card is, of course, fire and earth. And this even says that, gentlemen, she might be a comedian. But she's nevertheless, gentlemen, very optimistic with this card. And she might even have freckles, or she might even have like blonde type hair with this card. But you can guarantee that she's certainly, unfortunately, a bit selfish, or she's overbearing at times. But what I'm kind of feeling, gentlemen, that she's very successful. She's very business savvy. Okay. So, gentlemen, what I wanted to do, just to work in concert with, just to give you a bit more parting advice, I decided to choose a few additional cards, and the card that I did select, the first one we're going to examine, comes from Doreen's Virtues, the Magical Unicorns deck, and the card selected was Decide. And this card is telling you, as it relates to your romantic situation, it's clearly time for you to make a decision about what you kind of want, and it's your responsibility to kind of do this as soon as possible. And they want you to know, the angels, or actually the unicorns, want you to know that it might be very difficult for you to make this decision, but you might want to ask heaven to help you, decide what in fact would be the best decision that needs to be made at this time to kind of move the relationship forward in the direction that you would want it to go into. Okay. The next card, gentlemen, I decided to pull comes from Colette Baron Reed's deck, the Enchanted Map. And the card selected, gentlemen, was basically come together. And what this card is kind of saying is that, romance is in the air, and it's time that you kind of express that, which is why this card is kind of telling you to decide. And it wants you to kind of come together to discover, what's really in life, or what this romantic situation has to offer for you. And it's asking you to be very unconditional in your approach, and have more of a, a give and take attitude or approach between the two of you, because this card is assuring you that, love is kind of calling and asking you to trust its process. Okay. I also decided to go in and select a card for you from the Fairies card deck, and of course that's also by Doreen's Virtue, and the card selected pretty much is higher consciousness, as you see here. And what that card is kind of telling you is that the angels have been kind of sending you the guidance and the information that you've been praying about receiving, and you need to kind of follow it, because the guidance that you're receiving, it really comes from your true self and your higher consciousness, this card is saying. And it's asking you to listen and have no fear as you move forth, in this process. And the last card I selected was from also Doreen's Virtues deck, the Romance Angels, and the card selected was Finance and Career. So it seems like that with this card, financial issue perhaps might be playing a big role in this, in your romantic situation right now. And perhaps with this card telling you to come together, perhaps you two need to make some type of an agreement between the two of you, so that the relationship can just move forward and progress in the way that you would want it to. So, men, this is certainly what I have for you, and this reading, gentlemen, is valid until the end of this year. Gentlemen, once again, if this reading has resonated with you, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. And gentlemen, I'm presently offering a promotion which expires this Sunday, $20 a question. If interested, you can certainly contact me at WAT61073@gmail.com. Do enjoy your day, gentlemen, and have a nice day. I look forward to hearing your comments.